It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning NFC champs and the Eagles. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game: 15 carries, 72 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. There's the stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Steps away to his left. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Don't do us like that.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
On first down, Wallace. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And he had the touchdown of the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And Lance going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. As Sanders has it poked free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We got this.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Sermon on 1st down. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 19-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. Now Lance. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Back to throw. Wallace slings this deep from McLaurin. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He's played a pretty clean first half. A touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now it's Sermon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a run with Sermon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Sermon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Sermon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a man open down the middle of the field. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Wallace. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. And this one is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Shotgun now for Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Lance now on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On second down, it's Sermon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Well, Lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On first and 10, Wallace. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On second down now, it's Sanders. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Back to throw. Wallace. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They fell last week at the hands of the Washington football team, but they've got the lead right now. On first down, Lance. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. And Lance now to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They run. Here's Sermon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Wallace. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 32 yards. There the Eagles are back within a score. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
First man through. It's the fullback use check.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's Sermon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wallace. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Runs over him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side here to Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And Lance going to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Oh, he shifts past him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Wallace. He'll let this thing go for Sanders.
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance a give now to Sermon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the 49ers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.